We've got this question of who the next nominee is going to be. It does look like Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, who was supposed to be the golden child of this election. Well, he's suddenly hardly anywhere to be seen, but he has apparently accepted an invitation to debate California Governor Gavin Newsom. With all of the noise around Donald Trump, does he have any chance at this stage, do you think, to cut through? Or is the nomination now just a fait accompli for Donald Trump?
I frankly disagree. A poll came out today from Reuters, a very reliable outfit, that says that 45% of Republicans would refuse to vote for Donald Trump were he convicted of a felony by a jury, and only 30% said they would. The rest were undecided. I believe that regardless of whether or not the indictment should have been brought, the weight of all of these indictments, there may be a fourth one before the first presidential debate in Milwaukee on August 23rd among Republican candidates. The weight of these indictments often can convince people, Donald Trump may have been treated unfairly, but do we want this man, the one who will go up against Joe Biden or whatever Democrat is running, and can he convince enough independent voters that he can win? And I think that's clearly in doubt because Trump underperforms other Republicans running against Biden and running against other Democrats. So I think Ron DeSantis has obviously not met expectations, but a way to get back in the game, since you and I agree that Joe Biden is not going to be the Democratic nominee and it may be Gavin Newsom, what better way to get back in the game than to have a national debate on Fox News featuring Ron DeSantis versus Gavin Newsom, who's sort of a stand-in for Joe Biden, who refuses to debate anyone.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I tell you what, as a bit of a policy nerd, the idea of having two state governors have a big policy argument, with two very differently run states would just be an amazing thing to see. But finally, I just want to ask you about Joe Biden. He has now been on vacation down at Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, at the beach house. Lots of pictures of him coming out, hanging out on the beach. But he's spent about 40% of his presidency now offline. I mean, surely this is not a good look beyond all the other problems that Biden has with his son Hunter.
Well, they're doing the right thing at the White House because the more they expose Biden to public scrutiny, the less likely they are to basically survive into 2024. Joe Biden almost never holds events before 10 a.m. He almost never holds events after 4 p.m. So there's a 6-hour window in which they can present him to the American people. And Lord knows, how they're prepping him for those 6 hours. But he's usually basically behind closed doors and either resting or something else for the rest of the time. It's an astonishing hide and seek play with the media, with the American media. And unfortunately, they're largely going along with it. I, as a reporter, am appalled at the conspiracy that's taken place between the media basically not asking questions about Biden's health and accepting the fact the White House won't tell them anything.
John Fund, couldn't put it clearer myself. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you next time